Hey guys, so I'm up here at the top of my hill behind my house. I've cultivated a magical spot to come to kind of soothe my mind and relieve my anxieties. It's up here by this old abandoned trailer. That bag of trash is all the trash I've picked up. I'll show you guys where I'm at. So my house is right down there below us. Wait, can you see it? Yeah, it's the White House right there. That's my house. And those are my two trees right there. And then there's my neighbor and everything. So I came up here because, first of all, look at these old vines and these trees, this old tree line. It intrigued me, so I came up here, and this old tree right here, it's like rotted. But I found these cinder blocks and I put it around right here, and I cleared this area out, and I made it like I don't leave this stuff here. I take it, when I go inside, I take it with me, just so it doesn't get ruined. But look how peaceful this is. I've got my offering, which is a selenite stick, selenite crystal, witch's bottle, which is I think it's thyme or mugwort and sea salt, and then I got a couple acorns that I foraged. So I'm gonna set you guys. Find somewhere to set you guys so I'm gonna do this little peace ritual so we can all feel a little bit more peaceful. Let's see. I'm sorry guys, I should have got a better camera angle before I started. Okay. So they can't really see me. There we go. That's better. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to call the four quarters. Well, first I'm going to light my incense. This is a full moon ritual cleanse incense that I made a couple full moons ago, and I remake it every full moon. And then I've got 2 sticks of moon scented incense, and on these little branches here I've got my little cauldron hanging, which is where I burn my things. And I found these little pieces of old brick so I can use as like candle holders. Okay, it's quite windy out, so hopefully these candles stay lit. My fingers are all tore to pieces because of my walk through the woods the other morning. Oh, that candle went out. Come on. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about spiritual awakenings and my experience with my first spiritual awakening and how I knew I was a witch. Because I get this question a lot when I meet people and I talk to people and I tell them, that I'm a Wiccan and I'm a witch. They say, well, how do you know you're a witch? How did you find out? Because a lot of people, I guess there's like a stereotype of, like, you get some kind of like great sign and like something calls to you and you get this great sign that you're a witch, but it doesn't really work like that. It's more subtle. It happens over time, and it's more of a feeling that you have. You know, if you walk outside and you feel a deep connection to the earth, or if the sky amazes you every single time you look at it, or if you feel this innate sense of, you know, not belonging in the modern world, then, you know, those are usually signs that you have ties to not necessarily witchcraft, but the energies of the earth, because witchcraft and Wicca are two different things. A Wiccan can be a witch, but a witch isn't necessarily a Wiccan. Wicca is a religion, and I use that term very loosely because there's no dogmas, there's no rules, there's no like things it's all like it's like what you prefer. It's up to you if you want to be in a coven, or if you want to be a solitary witch, if you want to be there's all different types of Wiccans. You know, there's kitchen witches, and we do refer to ourselves as witches, but we all don't perform witchcraft. Like what I'm doing right now is not witchcraft. It is connecting to the energies of the earth. So I just wanted to make that a little clear. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bottom of this candle hot and melted so I can stick it to this right here and use this as a candle holder, if it will work. I don't know if it's going to work. I do this up here and not like right down in my yard because my neighbors already think I'm a weirdo. So I don't need them thinking I'm even more of a weirdo than they probably already think I am. But really, I don't care, to be honest. But it's just more out of respect because I do live in the Bible Belt, and you know, there's a lot of deep-rooted Christians that live here, who are like very deep-rooted in their beliefs, and I'm not the type of person to judge anybody for what they believe or what they practice or who they pray to. It's all, you know, a personal preference. It's all up to you. I prefer to, you know, honor the deities of the earth, you know, earth, air, fire, water. That's what I prefer to do. So it's all just personal preference. But I just wanted to make this little thing right here for everyone, you know, just to show you guys, you know, that no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how hard things get, no matter how stressed you feel, you have to remember that everything is temporary. Life is in a constant flux. Everything is always changing, and we are always evolving, which is good. So don't let yourself become stuck in your current reality, because that's not going to be how it will always be. I'm going to take this little bottle here, and I'm going to put it up in the tree as an offering. Now, if you want to do this as well, I know this is an awkward angle, sorry guys, but I'm just trying to get down here. But to do offerings, the point of an offering is to, because there's nature spirits, I believe, I don't know what you believe, and if you believe different, please, you know, be kind. You don't have to call me crazy and all that. But I believe that there are nature spirits and deities that live among us in different realms, and they take form in nature, in the trees, in the wind, in the sun, in the grass, in everything. And so these deities, they like to, you know, if you leave them, see, this witch bottle was made with intent for protection. So I'm going to put it in a tree or bury it, and any evil or negativity that is being sent my way will be blocked by this. And so this will be, that's a protection ward. This is an offering to the flower fairies to grant me, to help my garden grow this summer. And then these acorns, these are just, giving back to Mother Earth what I found to replant in hopes that they will sprout into new trees. So let's go do that. Let's go put our wards. Let's actually replenish our incense because it has run out. So let's just give it a little dousing. Okay. So let's find a place to put these. Oh, look, this is a perfect spot for, see this spot right here? This looks perfect for the selenite. And then we'll come around here and we'll find us, oh look right here, this little nook. Oh no, I don't think that will, right here, there we go. That little nook. And then we'll take these. There's so much junk over here. It's hard to walk. I've been trying to clear the space out for the past few weeks. But it's hard to get anything up here. Because the last people that lived next door to me, they just didn't care, and they let, they kept their dogs in these giant cages, which was terrible. And so I've got all this trash that I'm trying to bring back down when I go. I got a bucket right here to keep trash in, so I keep my spaces clean. Got my cats up here with me. Okay, I'm going to do a quick tarot read, and then I'll probably go back inside because it is chilly. Let's see if we can get us a better angle. Let's see right here. There we go. No, that's not work. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do a 3 card pull just to see what we should be focusing on. Okay, these are the questions I'm going to ask and that we can all ponder as a group. Sorry, that's the school bus letting the kids out. But as a group, like tonight, I want you to sit down and if you have time, or if you even want to do this, sit down and write these questions out of what do I want to accomplish, what is my obstacles, and it's my obstacles, and hold on, I'm trying to think of the questions of what we can ask. Goal, obstacles, and how to achieve that goal, and what's your first couple steps. So right now I'm going to do a tarot pull for what we need to be focusing on in this present moment as a collective. And see, we have jumper cards, and with the jumper cards, if you are shuffling your deck or if you're doing your tarot and cards just jump out at you, you want to put those aside because those usually have meaning. And I've got my mini deck here with me today. Okay, so now I first had my spiritual, my most intense and my most real spiritual awakening when I was 24. I was coming off of drugs, and I had been listening to Alan Watts lectures, and had been spending a lot of time alone, and sorry, that's my neighbor's kid walking up the driveway. But it had occurred to me that I was giving into my shadow too intensely, and I felt a lot of guilt and shame about it, and I didn't want to let it go because I had formed an identity around that guilt and shame and that victimhood. So it was hard to let go of. But through, getting up every morning and taking walks and being outside and sitting in the sun and caring for animals, that helped me realize that I'm connected to everything. And as I said that, the wind just started to pick up. It just feels like we're here for a greater purpose that none of us really understand, and that hopefully when we die, when we finally all die, because it's inevitable that we all die. I hope that after I'm gone, that I figure out the secret and the point of this existence. I hope that happens because I'm so curious, and I know a lot of other people are as well. But let's do this tarot card pull because I'm already a good 17 minutes into this video. Okay. Goddess and God of the earth, listen to my call and hear my words. I call upon you for your guidance and your strength and your love to give me the answers that I seek, and help me bring peace to the people who are watching me and who are watching these videos. A lot of us are broken, and a lot of us are suffering, and we need answers, and we want help. Blessed be. Okay. So we're going to cut the deck 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now, first card, what we should be focusing on. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Cups is usually associated with water. And it was pulled reverse. So it says, the waters are beneath, upon which are water lilies. The hand issues from the cloud, holding it in his palm. The cup, which has 4 streams, are pouring. A dove bearing in its bill a cross-marked host descends to place the wafer in the cup. The dew of the water is falling on the sides. It is an imitation of that which may lie behind the lesser arcana. Okay, so the meaning of this card is true heart joy, content, abode, nourishment, abundance, fertility, holy table, felicity hereof. Which means we need to be grateful for what we have. Even though we may not have as much as we want, or the things that we want, or the things that we desire, we need to be grateful for what we do have, that we have a home, that we have food, that we have clothes, that you have a friend. Just be grateful for the things that you have. Gratitude, it changes a lot in your life. Once you start acting grateful, things start coming into your life a lot more. So that's what that card is telling us. It's telling us, hold on one second, guys. I need to grab my sweater. But it's telling us to be content with the things that we have and the state of our life right now, because things could definitely always be worse, and people out there have it worse. So be grateful, and every day when you wake up, say something that you're grateful for. Before you go to bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Trust me, it changes things. Okay, so the second card is what we should be working on. And we get the King of Swords, which means he sits in judgment holding the unsheathed sign of his suit. Whatsoever arises out of the idea of judgment in all its connections, power, command, authority, militant intelligence, law, offices of the crown, and so forth. So it means this. My interpretation of this card is we need to be tapping into our true personal power. We all, as human beings, we all possess a power, and it is a power of love. You can change somebody's whole entire week with just a smile, with just a kind word. You can change your own perception of your life if you are just step into your power and step into your greatness, and stop being ashamed that you're powerful and that you're beautiful and that you're strong. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid to show people who you are and how great you can be. A lot of people, and myself included, for a long time I was always afraid to completely be myself. I was afraid to make YouTube videos for the longest time, even though I really, really wanted to, because I was afraid of being judged. I was afraid of people not watching my videos, no one caring, and just people, it didn't matter. But that's not true. I'm stepping into my power, and I'm not going to let other people's false judgments of me, because I say false because really nobody is judging you. It's a passing judgment, no more. They're not sitting there at home and picking you apart. That's just, people are too busy worried about what they look like, what people are thinking of them, to worry about you. You understand? So step into your power and be okay with it. And third card, 2 of Swords. Okay, so what this card means is conformity and all the equipoise which it suggests: courage, friendship, affection, concord in a state of arms, intimacy. So what I interpret this card as saying is that no matter how afraid you are to step out and reveal yourself and make friends and show people who you are, don't be afraid to step out and try to open yourself up to new things, and you know, try new things. Try something you've always wanted to do, and don't let the fear of judgment from other people stop you. So I just want you guys to, you know, myself included, I'm going to sit and meditate on these things tonight. And I hope that this video inspired you slash helped you in any way. And I hope you have a blessed day. I'll see you next time. Bye.